Alright, and we're back for game 2 of the loss analysis series. This time we're playing Abbasid against Roos, which I think is considered like Abbasid's worst matchup by most top players. I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure most people will agree. I decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna go one scout. I'm not gonna train more, even though you're contesting bounty, which is probably not the smartest of choices, but that's the one I went for. I personally really enjoy going with the sheep first. I know some Abbasid players like the berry first, but I enjoy this. And I think either is fine. I personally think sheep is a bit better, but people will disagree with me there. So despite only being one scout, we actually managed to get some decent bounty deny. So that was nice. I think he was just kind of taking his side of the map. So we're finding at least a couple of wolves and sheep. And I think we get like a deer patch and another couple of wolves. So I was like, okay, for going one scout, this is not bad. But the problem with this matchup is that the Roost just has a lot of tempo on you. You want to go multiple TCs. I'm not sure if you should just go 2 TC or maybe even 3 TC. But I think you're kind of just reacting to what he does. See if you can go, how many TCs you can go. Most likely, I think common rule of thumb is like if your opponent goes 2 TC, then Abbasid goes 3 TC. If they go 3 TC, you go 4 TC, etc. Like as Abbasid, you usually want to have like one more TC than your opponent, I think. But I'm not entirely sure. 325 bounty he has, just kind of curious. I mean, that's not... For me, having one scout, that's not bad. Alright, so... Now we want to think about second TCing, but I felt like he's just gonna have his scouts camp there and contest the Stonevilles, so I decided to make a unit first. Which could be spears, of course, but I thought maybe a camel would be more use to me later on. The boar is here, so I'm just kind of looking if he's going for it. All his scouts left, so I'm just going to send the camel there instead. And he seems to be interested in the boar, so maybe my camel can get something done. And then find out he has a horseman. And I saw him going second TC, so we're both gonna go to TC. For those people in my chat, I'm also recording for YouTube, so I'm not currently really replying, but I'll reply after the games are over, or after this game is over. Okay, so we get Golden Age. And now we're just gonna mass units on 2 TC. I decided not to go 3 TC. I think so far the game is somewhat equal. Not too much has happened. It's getting some raiding done, but I lose one vill. It's not the end of the world. I think here should have more scouting information. Should probably send this scout out, not just have it standing with my army. But the problem against horsemen is that they have higher speed, so it can be tricky not to lose it. So we're mixing in the barracks as well. He has horsemen, and we're just gonna play H2. So we got like 4 production buildings, double stable, barracks, and range. I see he has a range as well, so he's probably making units. There I see the units. Trying to keep taking control of the food. He does a good job of this sort of stuff throughout the series. These small little raids, maybe that's something I should be doing as well. Like I'm kind of just leaving his eco unchecked. Like I'm letting my opponent do whatever he wants, sorta. But it's also because I just kind of want to have like a dead ball push workout. So I was thinking here that maybe I'm gonna try to ram his forward base and DC. But he has a lot, so I can't really do that. I'm just gonna keep on massing units. Didn't spot those, to be honest. So let's see. I think macro-wise we're doing well. Kinda spending everything we got. Maybe getting onto gold and trying to get blacksmith upgrades would be good at this point. Trying to wall off the side so we can secure those rests. Alright, so here he comes with the ram push instead. It's just probably better for me than, like, I'd rather have him do the ram rush than me doing it on him. So here, looking at the numbers, I have a lot of horsemen. Well, he still has his horsemen somewhere here, but it's only a few. I think with these armies I should be able to win. I'm not sure. But it's hard to micro and that's not my strongest thing. So I should definitely not get caught into this snare. But I don't think I have enough to just kite around, so I kind of just hard commit. Trying to take down the pikes, like brute force it. But I think this, like I should have like a group of horsemen on his archers. And maybe have the camels do more of the work getting the pikes, maybe kite it out a bit. I think, considering I had like 19 horsemen, this is also going on by the way. I think I should have more alive instead of just brute forcing on the pikes. And at this point, I feel like I'm in real trouble. His bow mass didn't die and can't really deal with the mass anymore. So he's just gonna continue to make rams and I need a new food source as well. I think there's berries here. It doesn't show on the minimap for some reason in the replay, but they're there. So I'm still not sure. Like, this is a loss analysis, so we need to figure out what should I do. But I think this matchup in particular, I'm still not sure. I think maybe I should go heavier on bow pikes with less horsemen, but I feel like Roost is kind of outmess you. Like he just has 5 production buildings here and just messing out units, and he also has a stable as well. I think maybe I should be more active, like trying to deny this sort of stuff. Oh, he even has a tower on it, but I mean, I didn't know that. So yeah, we just kind of tried to go H3 and try to have some miracle comeback, but it's not gonna work. I think doing this, like after I lost the fight, is fine, because you're not gonna win by just messing H2 units anymore at that point, so trying to go for some sort of miracle like this looks weird because I'm floating so many res, but I don't mind this. I think after I lost the fight, it was over. So yeah, we lose here. And I'll get into game 3 soon.